Well, we've got a little bit different on Phoenix TV now. We're going to have some Trafford Metros news, and I'm joined by one of the Metros players, Lee Pollitt. Lee, thanks for joining us.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Now, obviously, it's the off-season. Can you just maybe give a brief kind of explanation about the Metros and how they did last year?
Yeah, well, last year it wasn't really too good. It was in a bit of a rut all season. Just like playing, hoping to get out. Just every game, just keep going and trying to break the rut. Really, it never really happened. It's just all season losing. I think we got 2 or 3 wins all season. It wasn't too good really.
Now, obviously, you've come up through the Phoenix Junior system, and one or two of the Metros players have as well. Do you think that kind of chemistry and familiarity with some of the players is going to help you this season become a bit stronger?
Yeah, I think I've not really played with a lot of the players that much. Just this over the last season when I first started playing in the Metros, but I think you can see the chemistry between a lot of the players. Like obviously Jake and John played together since they were really young. You can tell with them too that they know where each other are on the ice all the time. Connect passes all the time. They just work well together, and a lot of the other players are the same. Just they find each other on the ice.
Now, the other thing I was going to ask you is you've kind of been involved with the Phoenix EPL squad. You've been called up once or twice. You've sat a couple of games training with them once or twice. And I asked quite a few sort of players who've played both ENL or ENIHL, as it's now called, and EPL. Were there any kind of differences you kind of saw between the two leagues?
Yeah, it's a lot faster. The EPL's a lot faster. Obviously with the imports coming in, they make a big difference. Obviously the British players are really good as well. It's just a lot faster. The passes is harder. It's a different league, really, isn't it?
And obviously this year you've obviously got a bit of a rivalry going with the Blackburn team, but we've got the Widnes Wild starting up as well, I think, next season. So you've got another fairly local kind of rivalry there. Has that affected the Metros in any way, whether it's just kind of give a bit more impetus for the season, like another local team, play recruitment, things like that?
I think it's good to have a strong rivalry with local teams. Just always perform better then.
Just wait and see what team turns up, and so
yeah,
I'm guessing also with a new team you're not quite sure.
Yeah, it's just there's more teams for the local players to sort of choose from, and hopefully we have the strong team. Between obviously Blackburn won the playoff finals this year. They had a strong team all year. I think we was close with them all year last year. I think every game was 4-3. A few bad reffing decisions made a difference, but yeah, they had a strong team. But we was close with a lot of games last year, but we managed to lose by, I think, because we weren't playing 60 minutes every game. It was just we just lose by a few goals. We never got it handed to us really. Only a few games like Billingham and Solway sometimes. But we were short of players as well all season. Going through injuries and stuff like that. It's players obviously committing to work as well, because can't commit full time to the Metros and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously it's understandable. But yeah, it was just losing close games, which they just never came. A lot of games we were leading going into the third period, and we just shut down and we'd lose then.
So how's the kind of recruiting process going at the moment? How's the team building going along?
Well, it's good because we started off early this year. We had trials the other week, big turnout. I think it was 40 odd players. So it was good. Yeah, it was good to see all them people, all the potential there, and yeah, it was good. I think we'll have a strong team this year. Everyone will be committed and willing to work hard and stuff. So yeah, it'll be good.
Well, one of the things I wanted to ask you again is, we asked the EPL players, what do you do to kind of relax away from the rink? I mean, obviously some of the EPL players are full-time pros, so they can toddle off here, there and everywhere. Obviously, with the ENL squads, they're not quite what you call full-time professionals, are you? So what do you guys kind of do to kind of just chill out and just forget about everything?
Me myself, I never really get away from the rink. I'm out there, or even through the off-season there, through every day nearly. Playing and scrimmaging, having a laugh, trying to take it not too seriously through the off season. Obviously you got to keep your game up. I've still got 18s tournament. I've got a tournament this weekend, so I'm still preparing for that and just never really stops.
For just 365 all year round.
Yeah.
So, well, we're going to finish quickly, and again, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Now, what would you like to say to people about the Metros and what they can expect this year from the team?
I think this season, I think we'll do a lot better. I think we're not going to struggle from having not enough players to make up games like last season, like 12 players sometimes for games and stuff, like really short. But I think like with the recruiting starting early, I think we'll have a good strong team. I think we could easily stay mid-table this year. I don't think we're going to be around the relegation zone this year. I think we'll definitely stay. We'll be up there. Like we can compete. We competed with the best teams last year. It's just every game we competed, but we still lost. Which obviously all them losses, even if they were close or not, it's still a loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like no points all the way through the season and all them games. Just it all built up to us being at the bottom of the league. Like, but I think this year I think we can stay around mid-table easily. I think because we can compete with any team. So.
Well, I said no pressure on you, but you've just said that on camera, so the pressure's on you now. So, ladies and gents, if they don't achieve that, Lee's around the rink all the time. You can go and have a word with him. But Lee, thanks for coming in and give us a bit of sort of like information on the Metros. And ladies and gents, don't forget, if you want to see some hockey and you're free over a weekend during the season, why not nip down and see the Metros play at the rink?